Hi, I'm Prajit, and this is my project. It's rock paper scissors with a. It's like rock paper scissors with a bot. The first thing you have to do is like put in your name. I'll write my name, and then it'll ask you what you want to call the bot. I'll call it bot, and then it'll ask you if to choose rock paper or scissors. I'll choose paper, and then it'll show the bot's name. It'll show the bot what the bot chose, and then depending on that, it'll say if I win or the bot won, and then from that it says do you want to play again, and then I'll say if I say no, it's gonna do that. It's gonna end the code, and then that's it.
Awesome.
And then have another project I want to share. It's like basically that, but a little more like complex. So, so then wait, it'll ask you if you want to play rock paper scissors or draw, or just don't play at all. Just stop playing. So I'll just say draw because we did the rock paper scissors one. And then they'll ask you to choose some colors. I'll just choose some color. I'll just choose blue, black, gold, and red. And then after that, it's gonna start drawing. Like a the picture up here, with the colors you chose.
Whoa, that is super cool. That looks awesome.
And it's gonna stop. And then after it stops, just give it a second. After it stops, it'll ask you if you want to stop playing or play. You want to do it again, or play rock paper scissors, or just stop playing. I'd write stop.
Yeah. So, what was the hardest part about making this project for you?
The part about making this project was like actually getting the while loop to work.
Getting the while loop to work. Yeah, I can see that you've got all of that.
And then the hardest part of making this project was the if statements. And that was the hardest. That's it.
That's incredible.
So hi, my name is Prisha, and the name of my project is called Past, Present, and Future. And I made it in Scratch Ninja. So and that's the end of the project.
So Prisha, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you made this project? Like maybe how long did it take you to make this project?
Like it was like maybe something like 10 or 15 minutes.
And what was your favorite part about making this?
Like my favorite part was like uploading different backdrops of like the past, present, and like future buildings.
Yeah, and which one's your favorite backdrop that you used?
This one.
This one right here in the back, is this the future?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Hi, I'm Alice. I made an animation called Edgar's Time Traveling Adventure, and I'm gonna show it to you. It has some interactions with the program, and depending on the answer you give Edgar, she's gonna answer differently. She starts by introducing herself and then says these types of things. And then she asks you what's your name. And I'm just gonna type in my name. she says that it's a cool name. And since she wants you to follow me, I made the background move and she just stayed in the same place. She says she found a portal in her house and that I fell into a hole in the ceiling. Now she asks you if you want to go in. You can. There are two reactions that she can say. One, if you say yes, she says something, and if you say no or any other thing like that, she'll answer differently. You just can type in yes or no. If you ask her for one screen. She renders you, and she asks you where we think you teleported. I'm gonna say I don't know right now.
Are you typing in all these answers right now?
Hmm?
That's awesome.
She says that where she thinks that we teleported and why she thinks it. And then she notices that the portal closed. And she says that she doesn't know how we're gonna get back to the present. And then the mailman. She asks the mailman if there's something she can help him with. And then he says that he has a letter for her. Then you click it to read it. It says that she was invited to the president's house for tea.
That's awesome.
Come at 12.
Oh, so it's kind of like a game that you can play, right?
Kind of, and it's also an animation.
Yeah, and it's like a storyline along with it too.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So Alice, as we're going along, how long did it take you to make this project?
I think it took me like 3 or 4 days. I don't.
4 days. And what was your favorite part about making it?
My favorite part was like making the costumes and animations.
Yeah, did you draw Ega yourself?
I first drew a circle and then like used a tool to like make this thing of like a pit.
That's awesome. So if you guys have any questions about Alice's project, you can go ahead and leave them in chat if you want, and I'll kind of ask them as we're watching through.
I used like some of different loops the same times for different parts of the place.
That looks great. That's awesome. And Alice, so we've got a question. What application did you use to make this project?
I used Scratch.
Use Scratch. Awesome. And what class did you learn these skills in?
I learned it in Accelerated Scratch.
Nice. That's awesome.
She asks you again, and you can say yes or no. It's kind of like that last time when she asked you if you want to go into the portal or not. This time I'm going to type in no.
Okay. So So you have to go regardless then.
I made this project called Future Dino. It's like where you watch this show first, and then you could like kill these dinosaurs, and if you it goes on forever until you die.
Whoa, it goes on forever.
Hello. Where did you come from?
Oh, what's your
My
name?
name is
Pico.
Where did you go? Susie says
Help.
for a long time. So like this, you have to kill.
Oh no, dinos!
You have to like. I'll get killed if I touch like the dinos, and if you could like kill them
Hello.
by space.
Where did you
You
come
have to
from?
start all over to like play it again.
That's awesome.
It took 2 days doing
It
it.
took you 2 days. Well, I can tell that you put a lot of effort into it. It looks awesome. And look at all those sprites. Did you draw those yourself?
I got some, but I draw these killing things that you shoot.
So I'll go ahead. I sent you all a link to Indigo's Maker portfolio in the chat. So you can go ahead and play
Sure.
this project on your own if you want to, and you can kind of take a look at it from there.
My favorite part of code is where you shoot the things, and the hard part of it was making the broadcast messages.
So this is the game. It's mostly using all the Scratch characters, and you have to click this, and you keep on clicking until you buy something, and it keeps on going. So I also added this the most things that anyone got, and you can, and if you don't have enough mascots or money, you can't buy anything because you don't have enough. So when
I
you
like those characters that you chose from scratch, though.
yeah, and then you can keep going.
That's awesome.
And the coins per clip, the mascots or coins per clip keeps going. And if you manage to get more than this much, then you can beat the high score basically.
That's awesome. And what's the high score right now?
I think it's like 15 million. Yeah, 15 million.
15 million. That's incredible. So how long did it take you to make this project?
I mean, I mostly updated like every few days, but if you go inside, well, most of the new characters take like 10 minutes to do.
They take like 10 minutes to do.
Yeah, and then here's the code.
Whoa, look at all that code right there. That's
And
awesome.
then here's the code for this one, and then this one. And then for the characters, you can see over here, like everyone has this type of script, and then this one, so this is the high score script. So what happens is, if the mascots is bigger than this, then it will set that to your mascots.
Gotcha. That's incredible.
Hi, my name is Dehane, and I'm going to 4th grade, and I am 9 years old. I created this game. It's called Pong, and all you have to do is you have to click the green flag to start, so I can show you how to play. So it's basically like so you have a score. So
what was your favorite part about making this game?
My favorite part about making this game is well, making like the basketball like move around and hit the line. And
yeah, and what was the hardest part about that for you?
The hardest part was about making the basketball like hit the line and not make it like go through the line, like make the ball hit the line and bounce off and then go.
Yeah, so did you get to use some math operators for that or anything kind of like that?
I just used the same blocks. Let me see if I can pull up my code really quickly.
Awesome. So
Yeah, this is my code. I have 3 sprites for this.
All right, so look, there's a key. So if you press 1, it right now it says P1's turn. So like if you press 1 right now, and if you're watch. The reason why P2 isn't like fighting for the tennis ball.
that's awesome. Have you gotten to play this game with your parents before, your friends before?
My dad is for later. Only my dad. My dad promised me to play with this game with him later.
And what was your favorite part of making this project, Nathaniel?
My favorite part was like actually trying to make the direct forces on the ball. Too bad it failed. It's like my favorite part, aka the hardest part, was like this. Like I need to make all the things and make drag, thrust, lift, drag, gravity. Why do I have
Oh,
to
so
do
you
this?
used all of those, yeah.
Lift, drag, gravity, and then the thrust is up there. So like every single time when you press 1, it'll just send the hit power and just broadcast it to the thrust. So and then like it'll just ask because like once I tried to make a wave chart and I tried to make a chart about all these 4, I thought it worked, but like it didn't actually work. And the reason why P2 when you press 2 doesn't make a sound because the original idea was to make player 1 and the computer. This is why like it had like it was pretty bad. This actually took me about 2.5 days. Look at how much code there is.
So this is about a cat going to the future, going in a time machine that is a bus, and just takes him into the future. And then he goes back to the bus and goes, back. I'll show.
Whoa, that robot is super cool.
And it's done.
Awesome. Well, that looks incredible. So, Katrin, do you want to tell us how long did it take you to make this project?
About 1 to 2 days.
1 to 2 days. And what was your favorite part about making this project?
The sound effects.
Sound effects? That's awesome. How did you make those sound effects? Did you grab them from scratch or did you upload them yourself?
In Scratch, but I, edited it.
Yeah, you edited them and kind of changed them up. Awesome. And what was the hardest part about making this project for you?
Teleporting one place to the other and hiding it. Those are the hard ones.
Your screen with us?
name is Jack. I'm in Scratch Ninja 2, and I created 2 projects. Is called Pop, and I made a second one too. Oh wait, where did my? What happened? Yeah, let me reload the page real quick.
No worries. So let me send you guys all a link to Jack's project so you can take a look at it on your own and play it on your own.
So it's like the Pong game,
Uh-huh.
but the more you hit it, it speeds up. And then if you lose, just restart usually. And sometimes it teleports. It's major glitches. I don't know why.
Sometimes it teleports.
And that says game.
Oh no, so you lost the game. Did you draw those sprites in yourself, that game over? How did you add the text in?
The backdrops.
You added it on your backdrop? That's awesome. And so Jack, what was your favorite part about making this project?
I probably liked making the ball bounce off from side to side and making this game over thing.
Gotcha.
So the hardest part was probably making the ball actually bounce off to touching the light particle, and after it bounces back in that certain, and not making it go into the exact same order.
That looks awesome though. Yeah, using those math blocks that you have and the operators. That's awesome.
Other one is, hold on, let me just, my other one, so it's like Flappy Bird, if you've
It's
seen
like Flappy Bird, gotcha.
Sorry, I should have warned you, you should turn your volume down.
Gotcha. Thanks for letting us know.
There we go. And if you lose, then it says game over.
Like this. Find the one that is different. And then you have to find it. So if you click the right one, it will do this. And if you click the wrong one, it will do this. Like that. And the hardest part is when I was making it, something went wrong, so it didn't work first because first there's something went wrong because I forgot to change it to 45 degrees, so that's why it didn't work and it didn't clone.
That's super cool though. I like how you got that special one to move like that. That was really cool.
So after you click this button, and these will go back, and then you can see where it went.
That's awesome. What was your favorite part of making this project, Juan?
Because it can clone about like 100.
Yeah, so making
I set it to 120 chickens.
Whoa, 120 chickens. That's crazy. That's such a big number.
And let me show you the code.
Yeah, let's take a look inside of the code.
Here is the code. So I let it to do this. This is for the chick. So that's why if you click it, it will do this, and it will also do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For chick 2, it's more.
Gotcha. So you have to find the one that looks different and then make all those clones in there, right? That looks awesome.
Yes, repeat 120 create clones of myself.
That's how we got the 120 chicks. Well, that looks great. Thank you so much for sharing.
And then it would be too hard. So then we created some clones of that. The chick that is different.
Yeah, that looks incredible. Thank you so much for sharing, Juwan. Awesome. All right.
And I also went to the back or where, so it makes it easier to see the one with that is.
Yeah, that's super great. Awesome.
The difference is that it doesn't have wings, but this one has wings.
It has wings on it. Oh, that's cool.
But this one does not have wings.
So basically, you just move the ship around and blast the asteroids before they get to you. Sometimes it glitches when I hit the edge of the screen, and it stops.
Did you draw these sprites in yourself?
The asteroids. Yeah, I did. For the asteroids, I did that. And
Awesome. And what was your favorite part of making this project, Malik?
my favorite part was when for the ship, how I made it go from 0.5 seconds and then it changed costume that much. And then it just repeats it all over again.
Oh, that's cool. So you've got kind of like an animation going almost, right?
Yeah. My second project is a Pong game. Oh, sorry.
Awesome. So I see we've got the Pong game. That looks incredible.
Only whenever you hit the paddle, it speeds up.
It speeds up. That's great. So the more you get into the project, the harder it is to hit the ball, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh no, we hit the ground.
My project is called A Walk Through History, and then if you guys can hear it. Yeah, I put some effects.
Oh, that's awesome. So what was your favorite part of making this project?
Probably making him talk, because I've never done a project that like someone speaks, the sprite speaks.
This project is one of my first projects I've ever made on Scratch. So you have to click the flag, then Tux will say stuff.
Awesome. So it says program me. And do you want to click on the see inside so we can take a look at it? Awesome. Whoa, so we get to learn how to code? Awesome. Sean, do you want to tell us what was your favorite part about making this project?
So my favorite part about making this project is making Tux say stuff. I went to here, then I put this block. If you move this, all the stuff he says.
Gotcha. So that's all the code that kind of goes on in the background, right? That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That looks incredible. So if you like Sean's project, you can go ahead and send us a message in the chat and give us a thumbs up in the chat if you like Sean's project. But thank you so much for sharing, Sean. It looks incredible. And so Prisha was asking Sean, how did you make those ignore blocks? The comments that you added in? Do you remember how you made the comments, Sean?
Comments? Oh,
Okay, so what this? This is like a birthday. Okay, this is kind of like a birthday party happening. Everybody's just dancing, and the cake is just glowing up.
Rainbow. I'm gonna pause your program for a second and you can kind of talk about it. So what was your favorite part about this project?
Well, making the cake just to change color over and over and over again.
yeah, so this is my project. So I'm gonna see inside. So I'm gonna play my project. So I'm using the up and down and left and right arrow to move it. And the dinosaur is supposed to eat all the rabbits.
Awesome. So let's do this, Felipe. Why don't you play it a couple times and then let's pause it and then you can explain how it works because we're having a little trouble hearing over the sound. Alright, so do you want to explain how it works now?
Yeah. So I started it like a long time ago, and I used the a lion instead, but then I put the dinosaur because I thought that it would be better. And so the dinosaur if it touches the red dots, then a bloom cloud sound will start and will change cause effect by hunger, so it will disappear, and it will switch backdrop to castle tree, and the castle tree says game over.
Gotcha. So we've got a game over screen. That's important.
Yeah, and if the dinosaur touches the rabbits, they disappear too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the stop signs don't have any code. They took all the rabbits, and then I accidentally touched one of the stop signs. Instead of touching just to start all over again, instead of just touching the green flag, I can just touch space key, the space key, and then the bar, and then all of them will show up again.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can just touch the space key to reset the game after you.
I think that one of the rabbits is missing, so I think that the dinosaur is on top of one of the rabbits.
So I made a chase game. So when you press the green flag, the skeleton and the hedgehog move.
That's awesome.
And when you use the arrow keys, it makes color. Press the green flag again, it erases.
Oh, that's super smart. So you can clear the screen and then keep drawing again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When you press the H key, it makes a square.
It makes a square?
I mean a hexagon.
So it'll draw it on its own?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And when you press the R key, it makes a square.
Whoa, and I like that those lines change colors too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So what was your favorite part about making this project, Astrice?
To put in the color.
Put in the colors? Yeah, that looks incredible. And how did you do that? Which blocks did you use?
I used the pen blocks.
Yeah, so we've got all those really cool pen blocks and that'll kind of let us draw colors.
Yeah. I made a rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, so do you want to tell us how this works?
So
you import random, and then there's a bot that randomly chooses rock, paper, or scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And then you check if you win or lose, or if it's a tie with this code.
Gotcha. That's awesome. And so do you want to go ahead and play it for us a couple times?
The hardest part was trying to make the place where if you type anything other than rock, paper, or scissors, it would type not a choice.
Gotcha. That's super smart. So we double check that they actually entered a rock, paper, or scissors, right? That's awesome. And how long did this project take you to?
About 1 hour, because I had help from the teacher.
Gotcha. And what class did you learn this in?
Python.
In
Python for AI 2.
In Python for AI. Well, that looks super great.